Hey there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 with another collection pick of video. Movie edition. I really like movies. I like watching movies. I like just sitting on my sofa, popping a movie into the DVD and just, you know, recreating that movie experience. But sometimes I fear I get a little carried away when I collect movies because number one, since I go to swap meets and Uber Wheels, I find them dirt cheap, like really, really dirt cheap. And then in places like Big Lots, I find really good sales. So sometimes my movie collecting gets out of hand, but I just pick up a lot of really awesome things, and I pick up a lot of different types of movies. I don't really have a specific favorite genre. Just if it's a movie that I enjoyed, or at least I see the effort that the people involved in the movie show, I'll enjoy it and I'll talk about it and I'll sing its praises, even to people that thought it was a horrible movie. I'll defend a movie if again I enjoyed it, or if at least I see the effort that the people involved gave to the movie. So, but in this video, I picked up a whole bunch of movies, and like always, I wanted to share the haul with you guys, so let's get started. First off, at this video store I frequent, I don't like going there because sometimes they're, obscenely expensive. But this one time they had a really good sale on Blu-rays. They were actually cheaper than the DVDs. So there I bought the fourth season of The Big Bang Theory on Blu-ray. And I've mentioned this before. I love The Big Bang Theory. It's really, really cool. My only gripe with this season is that they kind of strayed from the geek thing to focus more on the relationships of everyone. So that was the only thing that didn't quite like. I mean, I liked a lot of the episodes, but that kind of like eh. But still, it's a good season. And so far, season 5 has also been really, really cool. But picked up that. Another TV show I picked up is the first season of The Office, which I mentioned in another video I've been trying to track down. I actually saw the UK version first, and basically this is a shot-for-shot, joke-for-joke thing of that. But Steve Carell really sells it. I think Steve Carell is freaking awesome. And I used to work in a lot of offices, so I laughed at a lot of situations that happened here. So now I can track down season 2 because I really, really liked The Office, which is weird because I don't follow the TV show, but I don't know. A movie I thought I had, but it turns out I didn't, and I really enjoyed, was Stuart Little. I thought the animation on the little mouse was really cool. Michael J. Fox really sells it as Stuart Little. Plus it has Dr. House, Hugh Laurie here, so I thought it was a really, really good family movie. Again, I was really surprised I didn't own it, but I do now, so ha ha ha. Also picked up dirt cheap Samurai Jack, the premiere movie. I used to love Samurai Jack on Cartoon Network. It's made by the same guy that did the Powerpuff Girls and Dexter's Lab. Basically, the story of this is that Samurai Jack is a samurai in ancient Japan that has to stop this shape-shifting wizard. But the wizard tricks him and sends Samurai Jack into the future. Since the wizard has no opposition, he basically takes over the world. So, in the future, he rules everything, and Samurai Jack has to, find a way to stop him or get to the past and stop him there. But I really, really like Samurai Jack. Like I said before, I'm a huge fan of anything samurai, but the art style in Samurai Jack was really, really cool, so really happy to pick that one up. This is basically the comic book collector in me. I like collecting series or franchises, so I didn't even know there was a Grudge 3, but I saw this at the swap meet, and I decided to pick it up. None of the people involved in the first or second movie were involved in this one. So you can see the quality. It's not that creepy. It's not that scary. The first one is still kind of creepy to me. I still see it and I still get, uncomfortable when the black-haired lady comes in. But this one, didn't like it. I also try to pick up anything I can with vampires, and some movies are really cool. Some movies are okay. Some movies are just awful, and this one fits in the okay section. It's about these three people that have to, they get infected by vampirism, so they have to track down the head vampire to free themselves of the curse. Um, like I said, it's an okay movie. It's not great, but it's not that bad. Since I already bought Stuart Little One, at a different swap meet, this lady had Stuart Little 2 dirt cheap, so I decided to pick it up. Much like Stuart Little 1, this Stuart Little 2 is really cool. In this one, they introduce a bird character, which I really like. So it's just more of the good stuff. So yeah. Now this one, I was not thinking of picking up like ever. I might have mentioned before, M. Night Shyamalan. His last good movie was Signs. That's it. But I heard Film Brain do a review on this. I heard This Is Nema Snob talk about it. I heard the Spoonie one talk about it, and they all three of them said that this movie was so awful, it was freaking hilarious. So I decided to pick it up, and yeah, it's pretty bad. I picked it up because it stars Zoe Deschanel, and I like her new TV show. But it has like Mark Wahlberg talking to a plastic plant. I mean, how ridiculous is that? But it really is kind of funny. It's so bad, it's freaking awesome. I still have to pick up Devil because I heard the same reviews on that movie. So I guess I still have one more Shyamalan movie to pick up. I picked up The Ruins. It's about this group of teenagers that you know meet up with someone whose girlfriend disappeared. So they go to track her down, and they make their way to this pyramid. And it turns out that in the pyramid, there's these man-eating plants that, if you get a little bit of the vines on you, they start to grow on you itself, and, they eat you from the inside out. I thought that was actually pretty creepy. It reminded me of that Stephen King part in Creepshow, where the meteor hits and everything's covered with plants. Basically the same thing, but, again, it's not great, but I enjoyed that part. I enjoyed the whole, plants. I thought that was kind of creepy. Picked up How the West Was Won. This was one of the old. I think it was one of the few movies that were filmed in Panorama Vision, where they would film the movie with 3 different cameras to make like a big movie. It stars a lot of big Western people like John Wayne, and even has James Stewart there. So I picked it up, and I really liked it. It tells the story of how how the West was won, and I really liked it. I really like these old movies. Now this movie, I had totally forgot about it, but I picked up Heathers, the 20th anniversary edition. And I remember watching this in the 80s, and I thought it was really cool. Now as a grown-up, I've seen it, and I see that it's really dark. It's about this character, played by Winona Ryder, who is part of this popular group of girls called Heathers, because each one of them is a Heather. She meets up with Christian Slater's character, and they kill the main Heather, the more popular one. But then he has this plan of making out like a suicide, and he sees that it works, so he goes around suiciding other people. And yeah, this movie is really, 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 really. I don't think they would make this movie nowadays, because it has like suicide, it has murder, it has school shootings, it has a whole bunch of stuff that just I don't think modern audiences would like that. But really good movie. I saw this movie on cable once, and I got like halfway through before I had to leave somewhere, and it's Iron Jawed Angels, starring Hilary Swank, Frances O'Connor, and Angelica Houston. It's basically the story of how women fought for the right to vote. But like I said, I didn't see the ending, and that kind of bothers me when I don't see the ending of a movie. But as far as I got, I thought it was a really good movie, and I actually enjoyed it, so I want to see how that ends. Picked up dirt cheap at a swap meet, The Green Hornet, starring Seth Rogen, Jay Chow, Christopher Waltz, and Cameron Diaz. Um, I really enjoyed this. I went to see it at the theaters. I didn't like the idea of them remaking Green Hornet, but Seth Rogen wrote this, and I thought it was really funny. I actually enjoyed it a lot. Picked up Bill Murray's first movie with Ivan Reitman, called Meatballs. Bill Murray's a camp counselor, but he's Bill Murray, and he has this rivalry with another camp. It's a really good '70s movie, and like I said, I picked it up because I think Bill Murray's freaking awesome in anything he does. Plus, it's his first collaboration with Ivan Reitman, so yeah, I really like this one. To add to the anime collection, I picked up Better Man Volume 2. I don't own the first one, so I'm gonna have to track that one down. But it's about this virus that overtakes people and drives them crazy. The animation's really dark, but really cool. And the storyline, as far as I got, was also very intriguing, so gotta pick up Volume 1 and then Volume 3. Picked up an 80s movie I've been trying to track down a lot, Beverly Hills Cop, starring Eddie Murphy. Loved this movie back when I was a kid in the 80s. Thought Eddie Murphy was just really, really funny in it. And the situations and everything. Really enjoyed this movie a lot, so really happy to add that to the collection. At Big Lots, I picked up Brokeback Mountain, the 2-disc collector's edition, and you'd be like, what the hell, man? It's about those cowboys and what happens to them in the mountain. But I've heard a lot of people say, I'll give a movie a chance. I've never seen Brokeback Mountain. But Heath Ledger did such an awesome job as the Joker that I'll watch this movie and, determine for myself whether I like it or not. But I just had to buy it. It was dirt cheap at Big Lots, and it's a 2-disc collector's edition. And, yeah, gonna see how that movie really is. Picked up Holloman, starring Kevin Bacon. I don't own that many Kevin Bacon movies, but I saw this in the theater, thought it was okay, and even though they kind of missed the point, because he's supposed to be invisible, not invincible. I mean, they burned him to a crisp and he still keeps going. How the hell does that work? But, oh well. Also finally picked up at Mrs. Doubtfire, the Robin Williams movie, where he dresses up as this old lady to look after his kid. Another movie I really, really enjoyed, and I've been trying to track down, but I couldn't find it until now, so really happy to add that. Picked up Resident Evil Afterlife on Blu-ray, was on sale at a Blockbuster. Again, I have to complete the series, and Resident Evil is part of the series, even though a lot of people hate it. Also finally added the Terminator, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. I own Terminator 2. I wanted to track down the first Terminator, so now I added that, which is cool. Picked up the original Kings of Comedy. It's a stand-up movie starring 4 great comedians. So yeah, thought that was cool. Picked up the first season of Home Improvement, incomplete because this actually comes in like a toolbox. But at the swap meet they didn't have the top part, which was a total bummer, but I really liked Home Improvement, especially the first couple of seasons. After like season 4 I didn't much care for it, but the first couple of seasons were really cool. I'm gonna have to speed up here. Picked up Monsters Ball. Be Kind Rewind, a really, really good movie about people that make films. Really enjoyed this one a lot. Definitely recommend it. Picked up Starship Troopers. Love the movie. A lot of people don't like it, but I actually enjoyed this movie a lot. And picked up for my wrestling collection, John Cena, My Life. Basically just, tells the life of John Cena. Has a few of his matches and a few of his promos. So, yeah. So, sorry I had to speed up everything up there at the end, but I was running out of time. Like always, thanks so much for watching, and until I see you again, this is Vargas XX78, signing off.